Alright, now we're going to talk about design, okay? The Instagram project on Framer. Basically here, as you can see, I've created lots of, things. Yeah, literally. Like a lot of sections are being made here on the design on Framer. So if you don't have Framer with the design feature, or basically you have the Framer with all the feature, well, probably you need to update it, okay? Because it's very important in this case to follow along this tutorial, okay? So as you can see here, we have lots of things going on. Like there's this home feed, and then you can see this is comment content, as you can see on the left side. And as you can see, this is comment feed, okay? This is the search menu or pages, whatever. And this is the home page, when you just open Instagram and then you scroll some random users, pictures, the videos, and that's about it, okay? And over here we got story tab. Inside the story tab we got stories. There's different things happens inside here. So as you can see as well on the home feed here, okay, let's take a look at this. So I created different posts. So as you can see, this is post 1, and I also got post 2. So if we go with the home feed, we got post 2, so something like this. And if you click this is the image viewer. Basically inside image viewer there is image 1, image 2, and image 3. Inside image 1 there is this first image with the JPEG, and then the other one, and this is JPEG as well, and this image 3, whatever the name we want to put. So a lot of things going on here. I know that probably some of you will think that, oh my god, this is so complex, I don't want to create such complex things, or I don't even know how to do that. But that's okay, because basically Framer code later, principle of the code will be able to use universally in other projects. So if you don't make this kind of thing, doesn't matter, okay? But if you can do that, it's going to be great, and adding some loop to your milestone in learning and experimenting with Framer Studio, and of course Framer JavaScript, okay? And so this is the design basically. So if you're asking, should I make the same as I did, no, you don't have to. But should I make my project and follow along this tutorial? Yes, you do, okay? So pay attention to that. So let's go with the design here. As you can see on the left side, we got so much layers going on here, okay? So much target names that you need to rename and understand the names itself. So the difference between label names and the target names could somehow, confuse you. But I believe that you can double click this and just rename, for example, image viewer, and then you click this. Let's say here example. Oops. All right. So the target name would be example. So you can define the target name by changing the label name. Okay. Very simple. All right. Let's dive into the code, shall we? Okay. So as you can see on the code, I folded several parts of the code because it's going to take too long, and probably you'll be confused to read any of the codes inside. And first, before you getting started in this tutorial, if you are not familiar with this software, and even not familiar with JavaScript or even the CoffeeScript or how to design Framer, like literally you don't even know what about, please check the right corner sections. I give you the suggested video before you're getting started, okay? And please watch it first before you watch this one. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Okay, so now we got the default animation and global scroll. It means that I want to define from which point the home section scroll, okay? And this is how you define them. I'm using the name of scroll start equals status bar, which means that I'm getting started from status bar within the maximum y minus 15. So this is how you look at it. So there is this space, which is basically means this code, okay? So this space here, over here, between the status bar and the stories or the scroll start here, basically running this code here, okay? So if you change to 1, as example, let's do that, then it will change. Okay, There you go. I will change the too much size. I don't want that. Okay, how about I go 80, just for example, just for tutorial. There you go. All right, as you can see, I can't see the Instagram. Okay, I can't see the Instagram if you change to 80. All right, I can't see anything here. So probably I want to return to default, which is 15. Okay, and as you can see, it shoots best. Now this is the framer default animation. Basically, it tells you the default animation that will be used for this project. So any kinds of objects that running animations will do the default animation as you already mentioned or defined in this code. Okay, let's see the other one. Now the second one here is that I create the scroll component for content feed in home. So as you can see here, I create the scroll component, and this scroll component is aimed to this. Okay, so I can scroll the entire content in home section, but I didn't scroll the status bar. So as you can see, it's quite nicely fit quite nicely here, right? That because I just define the header, the story tab, and the home feed. And if I go to design here, as you can see on the home, I replace the status bar outside the home feed, so it doesn't get scrolled. Something like that. Okay. Now let's go to the header contents, Instagram logo, camera icon. This is camera icon, logo, and DM icon to disappear and fade. As you can see, if I scroll it up, the logo disappears, and when I scroll it down, it reappears. That's what we wanted, right? And as you can see, this is how we do. So we're using states. All right, we define the states. IG logo, which is the Instagram logo, the state name, the target name. And this is the first state, by means that I create new animation, which is animation A, which is the opacity 0, which is the time of how they change the opacity, which is 0.01, and this is the second, basically the second state of animation, which is basically here if its opacity 0 and then I want to reappear again those things, so I can go with 1 with the same time or durations here. And then when I swipe up, which is the event here, the animation A start, which is this animation start, and when I swipe down, animation B start, which is this animation B start, which is second here, is actually started. Okay, so let's do this. Disappear, reappear. Nice. Okay, now let's go with camera icon, actually the same, direct message icon, also the same. Just the difference is just only the target name. Now let's go with the scroll component for stories. So as you can see, stories here can be scrolled. Okay, magnificent. So you can scroll down while scrolling these stories. This is what we want to do. Okay, let's click it up. So this is how you do it. You create an array. Okay, stories here, it's basically the target name of the entire thing happens on the stories here, and I define inside a story scroll. So this is an array. So every properties, every objects inside stories will go into story scroll, and then for elements inside the story scroll, I want them to be scrolled like that. So very simple. Okay. Let's go back again, and let's say here, scroll component for first to third pose. So this is the first pose, and this is the second pose, and this is the third pose. Basically this is video, but I haven't had the video. If you wanted to, I already make one how to do so. Check out the video on the right corner right now, very recommended. Okay, now this is the video, and I haven't had any video, but I will explain later what I did on the video section. And basically this is pose 3. Okay, so let's see. All right, so first pose, again I added inside the array. So first pose is basically this pose from the username, this one, from my username Cordova here until the comment. This is the first post. Okay, so it's like the mother layer. There's something like that. or like the super layer, or whatever you want to name. This is like the biggest, the house of this object inside. Okay, like that. Very simple, right? As you can see, first pose, I add the image viewer. Basically, image viewer here is the image viewer inside this image. So I want this to be able to scroll. So let's go. All right, something like that. Okay, so I can scroll this, or I can scroll this as well. So that's the way you do it. Okay, first pose, second pose, third pose, image view. Image viewer 1 is this, the entire image viewer. I mean the entire slide here, and this is image viewer 2. This is image viewer 3. Okay. All right, let's go back. Now let's go to micro interaction, which is very important. Loved on first image. So let's see. When I double click this image, let's say this image. All right, there you go. Then first, as you can see, the increment of the likes amount increase and the change of the love icon states, and yeah, simply that's what we wanted, right? That's what we want. Okay, so let's see here. Love on the first one. I define the states, love and not love, and I want to state switch, which is the default. Currently, it's not love because I don't want this icon to appear out of nowhere. And I add an event here. Image 1, basically this image with an Android here. On double click, where it is an event, right? If love state current name isn't love, or in human name means like if love one isn't click, something like that, then this happen. Okay, love one animate not love, like moment, basically like moment is here. This is the like moment. Okay, this is the like moment. Like moment animate default, which is basically default is like, okay, there's nothing happen and other stuff. And I click use today basically. When I click this, what happens? Okay, something like that. So basically, you can see the code. You can trial and error. I mean, you can go with your own project using the same code. It's fairly legal. All right. This also applies to the second image. Just changing the name of the target name, you know, and third image. Now, if we reset the entire thing here, I also want to add increment to the like amount when I click the love icon. So it doesn't have to be just image, but let's see. I click this image, this is working, and now I scroll down, I click this image. So basically here on the like moment here, I mean on the incrementation likes number first post at once, is that I don't want to just only like the photo from the photo. I mean I want to click this as well, and yeah, it does the same job as when I click the image. So this is the code, fairly simple. You can pause the video, read the code, and write in the project and see what happens. Okay. Remember, the name state here, I mean target name, sorry, just always typo here. The target name will be different from yours, okay? Pay attention to it. Now, let's say add video icon animation. So, as you're probably familiar in Instagram, when you play a video, the video icon or animation will, have its like bumping in and out animations, right? Like this. Okay, it might not look the same, but it does the same thing as what you see on the Instagram. All right, so to do that, we can basically do this. So we define the video activate states. We use the state again, and there's two states, which is small and big, and then we add the video big, which is the name of a new animation that I created. Video small when the video icon comes to small, and I set the video big start. Basically, it start animating, and I define the switch on an event animation end. The video small start, but when the small is ended, the video big starts. So this is like bumping in and out. Okay, so there's kind of loops as well, something like that. All right, very simple. Now let's go to the last one here. add flow component. So basically, if you see, when I tap this comment here, yeah, I can go to comment sections, and to do that, simply you can go with the flow component. Okay, so let's open this. Okay, flow new flow component, flow show next home. Basically, this is showing the main screen, which is home. This is the name of the layer or page, whatever you want to name it, but this is the name home, and this is a see comments, basically this one. Okay, and back comment is basically this. When I click see comments, I will show next comments feed. When I click back comments, I'll go to show previous, which is in this case the previous section, which is the home one. Okay, so that's all about it. You've made your Instagram prototype. Now you can create other things as well, using the same principles of code, but with more amazing things. Okay, using Framer. All right, subscribe this channel to support my videos because it takes time to do this, but for you, I will do so. Okay, please subscribe this channel. Hit the notification button to receive daily updates. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.